Hello and welcome to Jessie Bear Book Club. Today we are reviewing Season 2 of The Knick. Season 1 review is already available on this channel. Last season ended on a cliffhanger, so let's see where we pick up. From what I recall about Season 2, it gets much darker. There are more experimental treatments and some psychoanalysis. Also, a lot more sex. Since the last season, about 1 year has passed in the life of our characters. Episode 1 is called 10 Knots. Thackery is still dependent on drugs while in rehab. I had forgotten about Gallinger breaking him out and making him go cold turkey on the boat. Edward's fighting has messed up his eye very badly and he can no longer really see out of it. Harriet is no longer a nun and she is now in jail for doing abortions. Lucy and Bertie are bickering and they are breaking ground on the new Knickerbocker Hospital. However, I cannot bring myself to care about Cornelia the do-gooder. Episode 2 is called You're No Rose. Thackery, back at work, has now turned to drink and whoring instead of drugs, but cannot find the strength to operate again after killing that girl. Lucy's dad turning up and being a preacher was a great twist, especially when he starts speaking in tongues for no reason. Cleary and his electric ambulance breaking down was very funny, and so was the doctor wanting to finger all of Mr. Wu's lovely ladies. Episode 3 is called The Best with the Best to Get the Best. Thackery has discovered speedballs and is now obsessed with trying to cure syphilis for his ex-girlfriend. Gallinger discovers eugenics, and that is very historically accurate for the time. I still feel bad for his wife and her lack of teeth, though. It was great seeing the Huber's Museum. What an amazing vibe. No Greatest Showman here, just dirty and horrible. I was so glad Bertie the Wise got a date. Lucy's dad beating her was painful to watch, but again, quite historically accurate. However, I was shocked that Algernon Edwards has a wife. How did we not find this out before? Algernon, you are a player. Episode 4 is called A Wonderful Surprise. The episode where Thackery cures Abigail of syphilis. Man, that got me in the feels. Harriet gets out of prison because all the girls she treated who are high class are threatened by Cleary. I really enjoyed the scene where Bertie got laid. Go Bertie, he makes me blush. He's such a good boy. The pervert doctor exploding was the highlight of the episode, especially while he was trying to chat up a nurse. Also, Gallinger is getting more into eugenics, which of course is very worrying to say the least. Episode 5 is called Whiplash. I feel like this should have been renamed Idiot House, because the eugenic things this episode take a very dark turn. The subway explosion reminded me a lot of the movie Pearl Harbor, and I don't know why. Cornelia snooping around about her father is so boring. Just get her out of the show. Lucy and Henry's date was funny, and you can really see Lucy plotting. I also loved how she described the cocktail as kerosene flavoured with cherry. Episode 6, the episode with the Conjoined Twins. You know Thackery is trying to make up for killing the other young girl with the blood transfusion in his drug-addled mind, but it is still very sweet. Poor Bertie killing his mum during the surgery to remove the cancer was very sad. I nearly cried. Harriet finally moves in with Cleary. I have come to the conclusion that nuns are not nice. Cornelia is still sleuthing, blah-de-blah, he is boring, and Lucy has taken things into her own hands with Henry. Quite literally. Episode 7, The Ball, and it is so beautiful, apart from the minstrel show, of course. Lucy sexing it up with Henry and using cocaine was funny, especially her one-liner at the ball. I'm here to dance and be doted on. I can't wait to use that someday. Cornelia is still sleuthing and super annoying and finding out her dad is in a lot of debt. Thackery gets over his surgery anxiety and separates the twins, and Bertie and his girlfriend are so cute together. Episode 8. The episode where Abigail dies trying to get a new nose, and it is very sad. But nothing is as unfortunate as an ugly woman in the 1900s. This theme is echoed throughout the rest of the episode, with Eleanor killing her former doctor, Lucy flirting with young Henry, and of course, Herman's poor wife being blindsided. His poor wife. Herman should be castrated for what he did to her. Also, Cornelia is still sleuthing about, and I just want her to go away. Also, I just want Cleary and Harriet to hurry up and bone already. Episode 9 is called Remember Moonflower, but it really should be called I Love Lucy, because the monologue Lucy Elkins gives while murdering her father is show-stealingly good. I also really enjoyed Thackery's origin story alongside the origin story of Mr. Robinson. Cornelia is so annoying. Her dad is obviously a good man and not bringing in plague. And I want to give a big shout out to Mrs. Herman for getting her own back on that little ferret man. Episode 10, the finale. Cornelia discovers it was Henry all along bringing in plague, and the scene where he threatens her and tells her to go away and be a housewife was great, followed by Lucy's triumphant walk up those stairs. Herman getting radiation poisoning was perfect and kind of deserved because he's a dick, and it was based on real historical facts. I googled it. The really big scene, of course, this episode is Zachary'S Self-Surgery and whether or not it worked. It was a massive cliffhanger to end the series on, and I think it's so unfair that it was not renewed for a third season. The third season was meant to be set 10 years later, and I would love to see it. I'm still up for it. Come on, guys, let's make it. Season 2 of The Knick, I give 7 out of 10. It was not as dramatic as Season 1, but still very good. And I'm so sad that it never got renewed. I want Season 3, and I want to find out what happened to Lucy and Herman in particular. So, this is my love letter to bring the Knick back. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lady Jessica Riddell. Until next time, bye!